In Marsabit County, remote villages are in the grip of death and devastation as a result of prolonged drought and hunger.
Well, livestock and even wildlife are dying in unprecedented numbers as scarcity of food and water persists. Citizen TV's Ben Kirui is just back from Marsabit County, where he witnessed firsthand the death and devastation ravaging villages. Here now is our special feature, Portraits of Drought.
Nakufa moja leo nakufa nakaa siku moja nakufa namalizika.
Sasa ni uchungu kwa sababu mali imekwisha. Sasa inasikia uchungu tu. Shida.
Livestock are dying in large numbers. People are really facing, severe food shortage, serious water crisis. Boreholes are experiencing frequent breakdowns.
Hata binadamu chakula hakuna. Hata kuna wengine hata wanataka kukufa kwa sababu ya njaa. Wewe ukipita hii kwa manyata hii, kuna wengine hata hawajaamuka kwa sababu ya njaa.
We are in the red. We are in the red.
The heartbreaking last kicks of a dying goat. Dead roams all over Watalii village Ileret at the border of Kenya and Ethiopia, about 300 kilometers north of Marsabit County. Casualties of devastating drought litter homes and carcasses dot the hot, dry landscape. Livestock owners stand helpless, resigned to their fate.
Area hii yuko mingi. Area hii kitoka hii miti. Alafu kuelekea area hii vile watu na furuta. Kila mtu ina furuta yake. Yuko kufa kwa boma yake na furuta. Napeleka kwa kando. Hata bande ile hata hawezi kuangalia. Inakuwa kama kokoto vile inasanywa. Kitoka manyata hii ile yake bande ile.
It has become an agonizing routine for pastoralists here to dump their dead livestock.
Ile sasa inabaki tulilete hapa ine hii. Ile sasa ile 5, 6 ya 7 iniyo. Ile nani ilikuwa iko chini hapa.
In Nothor area about 200 kilometers north of Marsabit, farmers have been forced to resort to unusual measures. Here in Hori Guda village, residents are serving an unconventional menu to their livestock. They use paper cartons and porridge as animal feed. Haricha Odana and her husband routinely hop from shop to shop in Nothor's trading center in search of cartons to feed their decimated herd of cattle.
Hata hiyo box tunaenda kutafuta kwa maduka mchana mzima. Tena hatuna namna. Tunaenda kuomba alafu tunaleta na pikipiki hapa. Hakuna njia nyingine. Isipopatia hii kitu inakufa. Hata jana ngapi nakufa 3.
The livestock death toll remains unclear. Humanitarian agencies estimate several thousands.
Ndio hii. Hata anje karibu na milisika.
Save for one goat, Mzee Tito Odisa lost his entire herd in a span of less than a year.
Ulikuwa zamani iko na mbuzi mingi kama 100 na kitu. Na kuja kumalizika kidogo na baki kama 25. Hiyo 25 sasa namalizika. Hiyo moja na baki. Boma yake ndio hii. Hata naona hata boma amevunja. Sasa hakuna hata hii bila moja.
Our pastoralists have really lost a lot of livestock. As you can see just behind me, there are hundreds of carcasses here. We've been going around and interviewing communities. What we saw was really heartbreaking. So we are really traumatized, and we've seen communities who have also been depressed, by the losses of livestock.
The situation in the county is wanting. It's very bad, if I may say. Animals have died in their hundreds. Be it cattle, be it camels, and even wildlife. What is under threat now actually is human life.
The area has never received rain for quite several years. It is just a torrential rain which come once and go, and it cannot help in doing something to the area.
In the flat and desolate terrains of Huri Hills, there is nothing but dried up shrubs. The human face of starvation is traumatic. This malnourished elderly man has been without food and water for days. In the Galas area, we are told that one person has died due to hunger. And even though Citizen TV couldn't independently confirm the claims, locals say he passed on after going for days without food.
Ilikuwa ni tarehe 3 mwezi wa kwanza ndio aliaga. Kuaga kwake kwa sababu ya njaa. Yeye alikuwa mili yake inaenda chini kukua weak, inaenda chini mpaka mishoe siku ya pili akiwa anaishi tu kwa hii kitanda kidogo ambaye ni nje, mjamaa kuamuka tu ndio ameshaga.
Back in Ileret, families are forced to go to bed hungry. A family of 8 that we visited on the 5th day of staying in the area had gone for 3 days without a meal. The last meal was a plate of grain offered by a neighbor days ago.
We don't have anything to cook, so we just go look for water and come back home. Look at me. I am a shadow of my former self. My husband left us because of stress.
Thousands of children here are in dire need of treatment for severe malnutrition. Majority have been forced to make hard choice between education and starvation.
This drought, it has really affected the learning of this school. These learners, some do not come to school because they do not get the food here in the school.
Several kids sometimes drop out of school because of hunger. So when they go to school, there is no food. When they come home, there is no food, so they find it very hard.
Most natural open water sources have also dried up, putting immense pressure on the few available boreholes and water ponds. Intervention measures are desperately needed. The national government, county government and aid organizations like PASEDA and WWF are stepping in to address the dire situation.
Currently, we are providing life-saving interventions like cash transfers, food aid, school feeding programs to the rural schools, and also we are doing water tracking, repair and rehabilitation of boreholes, fuel subsidies for the strategic boreholes. So basically, we are doing a multifaceted kind of intervention to save the lives and livelihoods of the people who have been affected by this crisis.
And it is our hope that this will also welcome additional support from other partners towards responding to the challenge that people are facing, wildlife are facing, and at the same time livestock.
We are in the red. We are in the red. And therefore, I appeal to the national government especially to support us in whatever way possible to ensure that we are not going to see a worse situation than it is now.
The unexpected rains that the region received a few days ago was supposed to be the much-needed relief for the locals, but it swept away the remaining animals. Wario are the director of PASEDA reporting that over 40,000 small ruminants perished in North Orsab County. At the beginning of September, President Uhuru Kenyatta declared drought a national disaster following a national rainfall report. Due to the poor rainfall and low crop production, 2.1 million Kenyans are facing acute food insecurity. Experts say it could get worse.